Towards the end of 2011, I was awarded a commission to develop a public artwork for Melton Shire Council. Melton is located approximately 35 kilometres northwest from Melbourne CBD. There's quite a lot of residential development happening in this western region, and Taylors Hill, the suburb where the artwork is going to be located, is actually a new suburb. From a demographics point of view, Melton Shire boasts a proportionately youthful population, mostly being young families, which is quite fitting because the artwork has been designed specifically for a new youth facility. The youth facility is more than just a building where kids can come and hang out. It's actually like a regional recreation precinct comprising sports fields, cricket nets, playground, and a really cool skate park. In designing an artwork for this place, I initially started looking for patterns in nature that might reflect youth culture, but I kept coming back to concepts related to movement as a means for the creative point of departure. Being interested in skate culture myself, I began looking at skateboard and BMX components that move and isolating these components from their broader assembly as a means of conceptually saying that the youth are an important part in our communities. Eventually I saw the chain link as a form that says that to me, and compositionally I knew that I had something to work with. Knowing also that the western suburbs of Melbourne are fairly well connected through a network of cycleways, and that the youth facility is a hub essentially for people of all ages to meet and connect face to face, one-on-one, rather than being remotely connected through social media and the like. That's when the sort of use of the chain link form for me really started to crystallise. Once I had the composition right, it was then a matter of getting the scale and some of the detailing right. I think one of the traps a lot of designers fall into when designing for the public realm is probably not completely understanding scale and proportion as it relates to a particular location. On citing the link, for me, the important things were that the artwork didn't overpower the architecture, but it was still bold enough to cut through in such an active and vibrant precinct. Being a highly active precinct meant that the sculpture had to potentially withstand some punishment. So working with the steel fabricators at Rock Martin Industries, we had a look at a couple of options for finishes that would ensure the steel work could be easily maintained in the future. Then it was a matter of getting the colours right. There were quite a few to choose from, and the client eventually chose orange and gunmetal grey as the preferred colour scheme, primarily for their contemporary nature, but also for the fact that orange really stood out on the green backdrop. In terms of detailing, I wanted to stay true to the mechanics of the chain link as a movable part. It would have been easy just to simply weld the structure together, but I opted for a full bolt assembly to ensure that movement is implied in the detailing, even though the object is static. Finally, it was just a matter of making sure that it was a successful install, and thanks to everyone involved, it was.
Thank you.